Welcome to Edenic Gardens. This is our vision, this is our dream. Come along with us. Growing up in the city and reading a lot of books, I've always wanted to live in the countryside, somewhere away from all the hustle and bustle. And after getting married and my husband and I reading different information about how to best raise a family, we decided to move our little family at the time out of the north into the south, where it was warmer and we can take advantage of the southern hospitality. After much prayer from family and friends and a lot of research, we narrowed down areas of interest and kept those areas in prayer while we actively searched. And much to our delight, and after much help from friends, we were able to find the land that God had for us. We've had many trials and obstacles, including financially and change of priorities, and particularly in searching for land. There is specific criteria that we had and standards, which made it all the more challenging. Particularly with the rise of cost in property and the demand for land after COVID, it made it far more difficult for us to find what we were looking for, what we wanted within a specific budget. But thankfully, He is faithful, and all things work together for the good of those that love Him. And He has blessed us with wonderful people in our path. We had almost closed on a previous property that was about 113 acres on a mountain, but there was too many issues with the road, would end up costing too much money. Also, it was access road, which was shared by neighbors, so didn't make sense for us to spend a lot of money on a road that wouldn't really belong to just us. Although there's no perfect property, or very difficult to find the perfect property, we are quite pleased with our nearly 51 acres that checks off many things that were on our list. We are excited to see our plans and our vision unfold before our eyes with much hard work, lots of learning, and great friends to support us along the way. Our first visit to the land, everything was quite overgrown. The brush was taller than us, thorns and thistles. Fortunately, we had a four-wheeler and a side-by-side, which we used and helped greatly, even though we had to drive through the thorns and thistles, but it was worth it. We got to see what we needed to see. So over here is the driveway, is where we're gonna clear up eventually, and to the left will be the field for the orchard that we will do in the near future. Straight ahead will be the shop area and where we will temporarily house our RV. Following this road all the way up will lead to the hill where we will build our home on top of the hill, which has beautiful views down to the valley and a gorgeous sunset. Coming up on this part of the driveway that leads up to the hill, we will need to put a culvert in because of the runoff and build up the road maybe 15-20 feet because the curve is too sharp, it's too narrow, and it will be very difficult to get an RV as well as construction trucks up here to bring equipment. It was quite interesting how we found this property. It had been put for sale for a year, but the signs had overgrown. And finally, when it was cleared again, a friend's neighbor had seen the sign and let her know about it. And in sharing that information with us is how we found this property. Here is a drone shot of a better view of the hill where we intend to build our home. Currently, we are working on one portion of the land. Our main focus to begin with is security, driveway, temporary living conditions, and preparing the field to plant fruit trees in the near future. In the upcoming videos, we will share the progress on our homestead as we put up gates, cameras, no trespassing signs, set up our RV, and clear the road. Later on, we will share the plans for our home build from the septic on. Lots to do, much to learn, especially since this is our very first attempt at all of this. Super thankful to God for our friends and other resources to guide us along the way and support from our family. If you're curious or interested, like and subscribe, and don't forget the notification bell so you'll be aware when the next update is available. For a better view of the property, we brought our DJI Mavic 3 so we can have clear drone shots, understand better where everything lays, and have a better idea of how to plan where we want different things. Here's an initial view of the plan for the land.